Did you miss me? Okay, I'm trying to get the proper rotation there. There you go. Can you see that view? Yeah. Let me make an adjustment so you guys get a better view. All right. Yeah. I'm back, y'all. Live and in living color. All right. Just getting a little situated here. Getting my pillows together, you know. Got a little sleeper car. There you go. How about that view right there, man? Tell me about that view. Look at that, look at that. So I'm gonna give it a couple minutes while people coming in and everything. It's just like any time, you know, whenever I go live, what happens is that people tend to watch the video after the fact. So I'm gonna give it about a minute, and then I'm just go ahead and, you know, start in on what I got to say. As you can tell, I'm on that train. I'm on the Amtrak heading down to Fort Lauderdale, and we boarded last night. About it was 7, so it was around 7 o'clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the cafe is now open in service. Once again, the cafe is now open in service. Ladies and gentlemen, when entering the cafe car, shoes must be worn. No shoes, no service. The cafe car does accept Apple Pay, Google Pay, cash, credit, or debit. Once again, the cafe car is now open in service.
Okay, so then they get ready to start. I guess brunch, lunch, whatever. But that's what the announcement was, that the cafe car is not serving. But if you get a sleeper car, they come to your door and ask you what you want, and then they bring the food to you. Little perk that you get for a sleeper. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start. So we got on the train last night about 7:45, and we left around 8 o'clock. Excuse me, the sunlight. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and close it for a little bit while we're talking. There you go. And so it wasn't nothing really to see last night because obviously the sun was down, and so we went ahead and had dinner, which was nice. It was pretty good. You know, we had a steak dinner with potatoes, mashed potatoes, cheesecake. You know, the typical. You know, I had the Tito's vodka with ginger ale. Jill had the, I think she had a Corona. Yeah, she had a Corona. And so, you know, we ate dinner and everything, got relaxed, and then we shut it down and went to bed. So woke up this morning, we had breakfast. I shared that on my TikTok. So if you want to see that, you can go to TikTok. I went live this morning for breakfast, and I decided to go live with you guys. One of the main reasons why I wanted to go live is to let you guys know that the new video format that I've been posting lately, that you guys have been watching, yes, it's AI generated, okay? So, but at the same time, the reason why, the information is all 100% factual, okay? It's what I sent to them to generate, and then they put it out. So everything is all of my research that I discovered during that time or whatever that I post, okay? And then they will actually do it. It frees up more time because it's very difficult to cut a video, edit a video, add, you know, mute. I mean, I'm still doing a lot of the editing myself, but it's very time consuming. So if you guys don't know anything about being YouTubers, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm pretty sure you heard it before, it's a labor of love, okay? Because you have to love this mess, because it takes forever. And then, like I said, being new like I am, I'm learning on the fly. So like if you watch the first video, you go back to my first videos, early videos, you can see that I ain't gonna call them trash, because like I said, it's all a learning experience, but they're not of quality. But as time goes on, you get better and better and better.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments,
Hold
we will
on.
be arriving at Kissimmee. If Kissimmee is your station stop, now will be the time to start gathering all personal belongings and make your way to the exit where you see an Amtrak uniform employee. And this next station stop will be Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee, Florida. Okay. So this, make a long story short, it's very time consuming. All right. So that's why I decided to incorporate the AIs. The AIs frees up my time where I can start continuously, putting together itinerary schedules for people for their travel packages. And that's what it's all about. So yes, when you watch the AI videos, they are factual. There's not nothing scam or anything. I am a human being. Ready for all travel does exist. For the naysayers, okay? If you're new to the channel, there you go. Check this video out and you will see me, and periodically throughout this vacation, because I'm on vacation right now. Okay, I'm on my way down to not Jacksonville, play that. I'm on my way down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're on our way down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then we're going to spend the night in the hotel. And then on Sunday, we get on the Lure of the Seas for a 6-day vacation. Okay. Now, why do we travel this way? It's because my philosophy is when the moment that you leave out of your house, you're definitely on vacation. So you might as well utilize that travel time as vacation time. Okay. Look at the big picture. If you're driving, let's say we're driving to Florida, okay? You're going through South Carolina, well, from North Carolina, you're going through South Carolina, Georgia, and all of Florida. Okay, that's 3 different states with 3 different driving habits that people have, okay? With that being said, it's dangerous because people are in a rush. They drive reckless all over the place, and you're still stressed. So you're supposed to be going on vacation to relieve stress and have a good time. Well, you're stressing all the way to Florida. So your vacation doesn't start until you get there. Okay? Why not utilize that travel time and be on vacation to relieve that stress? And then when you get to your ultimate destination, you're already relaxed and ready to have fun. You see? And you already have, taken a sleep, been to sleep, wake up, and enjoy, have breakfast, lunch, and the whole 9 yards, and you be able to enjoy yourself. I always say leave a buffer in between because you never know with what's going on in today's society with the transportation and all of that stuff. Anything can happen, especially if you're driving, you get into a 10-car pileup, bam, not only, now your car's tore up. Not only that your car is tore up, now you're in jeopardy of actually missing your trip. So all the money that you spend on your vacation, going down the drain if you survive that accident. Okay, I'm just saying. Now, part 2 of that, let's say you take a plane. Now you're rushing to get to the airport. Now you got to sit there in the terminal for 4 or 5 hours hoping and praying that your flight doesn't get canceled. More stress, right? Now you're stressing out about that. Okay, now you're lucky enough to be able to get on that flight if they didn't overbook you. And then, so now you got to wait till later on that evening to catch your flight, and then you say you're going on a cruise that same day. Well, you're in jeopardy of missing your cruise. Money down the drain. Okay. Now, let's say you are lucky to actually get on that plane ride, and now you're 30,000 miles, 30,000 feet in the air. God forbid,
If Winter Park is your stop, please come to a door with an attendant. If Winter Park is your stop, please come to a door with an attendant.
Okay, so let's say that, God forbid that it happens, but let's say you have a airline plane malfunction. Now you're 30,000 feet in the air. Needless to say, I don't have to say anything else about that, right? Let's say, for example, the pilot is having a bad day. So that pilot is having a bad day, and he decided he don't want to be on this. He doesn't want to, or she doesn't want to be on this planet anymore. Guess what happens now? Not only is he having a bad day, but now you're having a bad day. The odds of survival from 30,000 feet, difficult. Now, let's take a look out here on this train. We're about 10 feet in the air, okay? 10 feet, okay? Conductor having a bad day, he can stop the train and get off the train, and you can continue on with your day. The survival rate is significantly greater on the train versus up there, all right? So that's why one of the reasons why we decided to take a train. Now, like I said before earlier, another good reason why we decided to do this, because once we leave the house, I allot our travel time as our vacation time. So that gives you enough time to If you need to finish up some last minute paperwork, you pull out your computer, your laptop, do whatever you need to do, and it's, you get food come, because that's why we get a sleeper car. You can have your food brought to you, and have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just ginger ale. There's nothing in this one right now, not yet anyway. But yeah, so it's all the perks, And then, like I say, let's say you're on the plane again. Now you sitting beside two people, and y'all fighting for the armrest and everything. You're not comfortable. You can't get relaxed. They don't serve anything but some peanuts and crackers and maybe a drink, which is high price. Now, one thing about getting a sleeper car, all of the food is included too with your price, your sticker price. So not only, like, I'm just using the trip from North Carolina to Fort Lauderdale. That's dinner, breakfast, and a lunch before you get there. And it's relaxing. It's comfortable. You know, you got a bathroom. I'm not going to show you all of that because you can all go to another channel and see all of that stuff. This is a roomette, so within budget. So you can get your roomette like we do. You got your bathroom here, so if you got to use the restroom, you can use the restroom. You got a sink, you can wash your hands, and you can relax. Like I said, you can watch movies, you can watch YouTube, you can watch Ready4AllTravel YouTube videos and get all the latest information. Yes, shameless plug. I get it, but you're here now, so it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of people don't come to the live, but they also watch the videos later on, and so the information is out there. But that's my philosophy on why I utilize, and of course the way back is the same thing. I'm not going to go through the prices and everything because my uncle told me that that's too much information. Just give them the basics and keep it moving. Okay, Uncle Ray, I heard you, and I love you, man. You know I do. You know our relationship, how we do. But at the same time, I'm not going to break that down, all the prices and how much this costs, how much that costs, and stuff like that. I'm just going to let you know that it is within your budget. You work with me, I make sure that it's in your budget. Or if, once I find out what your budget is, we'll be able to work around that at the same time. Okay? So this is the first leg of the vacation. So we supposed to get to Fort Lauderdale about 4:30ish, somewhere around that time frame. And then I'm already have the Uber scheduled.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just boarding here at Kissimmee in Orlando, please have all tickets out. The conductor will be coming by to scan all tickets. If your ticket is on a mobile device, we do ask that you please turn the brightness up. This train does come equipped with a cafe car. The cafe car is in the center of the train, forward to all sleepers, backwards to all coaches. The cafe car is now open and serving. The cafe car does accept Google Pay, Apple Pay, cash, credit, or debit. Our next station stop will be Lakeland. Lakeland will be the next station stop.
All right, so you heard all of that. So the thing is that the Uber will be ordered, so they're gonna be waiting on us when we get there. We hop in the Uber real quick, off to the hotel. Once we get to the hotel, I'm gonna go live at the hotel, let you guys see what the hotel is all about. We're gonna freshen up, because we're in the last night clothes, obviously. So we're gonna freshen up, change clothes or whatever, and then probably have a dinner at the hotel, because also when you book your hotel, it's part of your stay. Even though we're leaving on Sunday, always book a hotel that has a restaurant there, so you can enjoy that or the amenities around it. So I can look that up for you and help you guys out that way also. But that's where we're going. We're going to the Sheraton, and then we're going to be at the Marriott on the way back, and they both have restaurants in the hotel. So we'll be able to have a nice dinner or whatever and enjoy, have a nice cocktail, which I'll break that down to you later on also. If you go back and watch my video on the ship, how to save versus the drink package, you'll be able to check that out also. But I'll also show you what we do for our travel down as well. I'm going to give you guys another quick view of, I think this is Kissimmee, Florida. That's the little park area. I mean, this view, you cannot beat the view, guys. Are you going to see any of this at 30,000 miles in the air or 30,000 feet in the air? No, you're not. All you're going to see is the chair in front of you, the kid kicking and screaming and yelling and carrying on. You're not going to get this view, Now, price a little bit more? Of course it is. But at the same time, put it within your budget. You're getting all the amenities with it. Food, concierge service, drinks, Okay, so I'm going to say it like this so you guys understand. Unless I'm going international to another country, like, Europe, Spain, or something like that, I ain't flying. I'm gonna travel there, yeah, yeah, but I ain't. Choo choo, baby. I'm going on the choo choo. Okay. So now the bus, go to my After the Watch video, because I have another channel where I talk about my military career. It's called After the Watch on YouTube as well. If you go to my After the Watch, you'll see one of my videos in particular is from when I left Raleigh, North Carolina, and head to California on the bus. And then you'll see why I would never take the bus again. I don't care. I would never get on the bus. And like I said, the only time I'm getting on the plane is if I'm going international. So it's the choo choo or driving. And I also drive because I have my own rideshare service back at home as well, Ready Riders. And if I drive all day, 7 days a week, 365, I'm definitely not driving while on vacation. Makes sense? So the only other option for me to have maximize my vacation relaxation is by train. And we always get a sleeper car for the amenities that we have here. It's the peace and quiet. It's the little. I mean, it's not. It's spacious enough. There's the bathroom. There's the toilet right there. Okay, with the towel on. There's the sink. It's okay. I ain't gonna break it down. Like I say, if you want to see everything, people do videos on stuff like that. I give you, as a travel agent, I let you know what I'm doing on vacation as well as what you can do on vacation to maximize your vacation. Balling on a budget. Okay. That's what it's all about. But I also, like I said, I wanted to share with you guys and let you know that AI generated videos are generated through me. So it's not a scam. It's not nobody out here trying to take advantage of you. Ready for All Travel does exist. For all the new people that's going to be watching this video, yes, Ready for All Travel, it does exist. It's a true travel channel. It's a true travel page. So don't let the AI fool you and think that somebody's out here trying to scam you. I'm the human being behind it, okay? My name is Richard, all right? So with that being said, I'm not going to take too much more of your time because I plan on going live again when we get down to Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to probably go live and show you what the Sheraton Hotel is all about and all the amenities that they have there. And then we're going to relax, turn up a little bit, and then we're going to prepare ourselves to lower the seas. And obviously, I'm going to be going live periodically while on vacation. Okay? So, with that being said, and as always, may your path be clear, your sails steady, and your ventures extraordinary. From all of us at Ready for All Travels, we love you guys. We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. Well-deserved vacation. Cheers.